Welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we are going to be learn about the basic syntax of the C++ program or a structure of a program. The best way to learn a programming language is by writing the programs. Typically, the first programs beginners write is a program which is called Hello World, which simply prints the Hello World statements to your computer screen. All through it is very simple. Now we see how to write this hello world program. So here you can see I just click on new and the project. Here we have Windows application, console application, static libraries, DLL and empty project. But here I just choose console application. Here I just write C++ as a project name and the project is C++ project. Now here I just create a folder which is basic underscore C++ and save this file here. You can see it's a main C++. We have already a built-in libraries and the main file, so I just remove these and here I just write include hash include and IO stream. Okay, now here I just write sorry and here I just write int main and then std and cout, which is hello world. It's a simple program here for the hello world. And here I just write hello world. Okay. Now I just execute this program, compile and run this program here. So you can see it is compiling. This is the expected output for this program. Here you can see this panel is shown the C++ code for the program. Means or right panel means this one shows the result of the program which is executed by this dev C++ compiler. This black screen means this black screen hello world. To the left of the panel are lines number to make discuss programs and researching the error easier. They are not part of the programs. I mean this is the not part of the program. This is just searching the errors here. Let's see what we write here in this program. On first line, you can see it's a hash include IO stream. So this line begin with a hash sign, which is directives read and interpreted by what is known as a preprocessor. They are special lines interpreted before the compilations of the program itself begins. In this case, the directive hash include iostream instructs the preprocessor to include a section of a standard C++ code, which is known as a header IO stream. That's allowed to perform the standard inputs, mean I for the input and O for the output operations, such as writing the output for this programs, which is the screen of hello world. Then you can see a blank line here, this one. Blank line have no effects on our programs. Remember that. They simply improve the reliability of the code. Means you can simply read this code, means you can easily read this code. And in the line number 3, you can see int main. This line initiate the declaration of a function. Instantaneously, a program is a group of code statements which are given a number. In this case, this gives the name which is main to the group of the code statements that follow the function will be discussed in the detail in the later of this lecture. But essentially, there Definition is introduced with a succession of a type which is int. A number main and a pair of a parenthesis optionally include the parameters. The function's name main is a special function in all C++ program. It is the function called when the program is run. The execution of all C++ programs begins with the main function, regardless of where the function is actually located in the code. Then you can see the parenthesis, this one. The open brace, this is the open brace. At, you can see line number 3, begins of main function's definition, and closing brace at the line number 6 indicates it is and. Everything between those braces is a function body that's define what happens when main is called. All functions use braces to indicate the beginning and end of their definitions. Then you can see here std, colon, cout, and backslash, which is the string of hello world. This line is a C++ statement. A statement is an exception that can actually produce some effects. It is the meat of a program, especially its actually behavior. Statements are executed in the same order that they appear within a function body. This statement has three parts. First one is std, which is double colon of cout, which identify the standard character output device. Usually, this is the computer screen. Second, the insertion operator, which is double backslash, like less than sign, which indicates that what follow is inserted into the std double colon cout. Finally, a sentence written in the codes, which is the strings here. Click on this one. Is the content insert into the standard output. Notice that the statements end with a semicolon always, because C++ is a case-sensitive language. This character marks the end of the statement just and the periods end or a sentence end in a English. All C++ statements must end with a semicolon character. One of the most common syntax error in C++ is forgetting the end statement is a semicolon. Other than that, we just write std here, which is too much time consuming. If we write one another cout, so we can also write the code like this one, like cout, and then we just write hello world 2. Okay, you can see I just run this code, and yes, this one hello world and hello world 2. Okay, if you not want to write this std with this cout every time, so simply use the name space here. So name space, if you write the namespace here, so you cannot write the cout with std and then std. You see both the programs with std and without the std. Both names are the same object. The first one use the uniqualified name, which is cout, while the second qualifies it's directly within the namespace, which is std, like std and double colon and cout. Count is a part of the standard libraries, and all the elements in the standard C++ libraries are declared within what is called a namespace. The namespace std, in order to refer to an element in the std namespace of programs, shall either qualifies each and every use of the element of the library, as we have done by prefixing out with std, or introduce visibly of its components. The most typically way to introduce visibly of these components is by meaning of using declaration. So we can simply declare using name space before the main function. So you cannot write std and double colon with c out and c in. Here we see one another thing, which is the comments. As a comments, these comments are not affected the operations of the program. However, they provide an importance tool to the documents directly within the source code, what the program does and how it's operate. In C++, we have two ways to write the comments. First one is double backslash like this one, and here I just write line, like here I just write hello world one comment. Okay, first way is this one. Then the second way is double backslash asterisk, and this is hello world 2, and then close this comment like this one. So you can see when I just execute this program, so there is no shows of this comment, but it's just indicate us why I just wrote this line and why this functionality works. If you write 1,000 lines of code and means 40,000 line or 50,000 line of code, so its comments are very much important, because when you just see your program after some time, so you do not understand your program what this functionality is work for. So that's why comments are very important in any programming language. This is a simple syntax and the comments in C++ program. Thanks for watching this lecture. See you in next lecture.